Peace, peace to those who are observing the seventh day Sabbath. Shabbat Shalom. To everyone else, peace and blessings, grace and peace and love, love and light, peace and harmony. All the rest of those things that we give in regards to salutations. I am a different type of pastor. We as a people have gotten used to being, as a collective, a talkback church, but not a communicating church. And what I mean by that is, we're used to going once, twice a week. It's not as frequent as it was in years past. As I was growing up, we used to be in church at least 5 days a week. So, now for the most part, for those who are consistent and dedicated, we show up twice a week. Show up for Bible study, scripture study, midweek gathering, so forth and so on. And whatever your Sabbath day gathering is, we show up those days. And while we are there, we listen to the pastor. The pastor preaches, the pastor teaches, and then we yell back, "That's right, preach. Watch yourself, Bishop. Watch your tone." We got a whole bunch of things that we say in response to what is said, but not communicate where we are. So at Kodesh, we do something a little different. We have conversations, and some of those conversations happened on Saturday, and some of those conversations happened on Wednesday nights. I think it's important to hear where the people are, and I understand that there are, that's not every opportunity. And when you are a smaller ministry or smaller assembly, you have the ability to do things like this, which is one of the reasons why I think that more ministry should be smaller branches than just one big mega ministry or big place of gathering, because oftentimes you don't get a chance to hear the heart of the people. The people just get to hear what it is that you're saying. So all of that was the pretext of this conversation, or this question that's being asked is, what really is holding you? A lot of times we hear many messages, and in these messages we are diagnosed by the not physician, but by the infuser, by the orator, because there is a general understanding in regards to a group of people, but oftentimes not everybody in this particular group is suffering from whatever it is that you mentioned, and 9 times out of 10 it has something to do with some type of financial lack, or emotional dependency, or brokenness, or so forth and so on. Sometimes it's just good to ask a question and listen, and then deal with the issue, and not deal with the whole group of people as if the whole group of people are all suffering from the same disease. Sometimes it's just good to ask, what's going on with you specifically. And here's the thing, I know somebody is going to say, well, Apostle, that's what counseling sessions are for. Well, this here is the thing again. Sometimes these questions need to be asked in the open, because there's other individuals that are in the group that may be dealing with that same thing. Because there's a lot of people that show up for church, or they show up for assembly, or they show up for ministry, or what have you, whatever you call your local gathering place. They show up out of obligation and not necessity. They show up because they have been told, it has been drilled into us, forsake not the assembly of the righteous together. One thing don't have anything to do with the other, if it's properly taught. So they're afraid not to show up. They're afraid to go to hell. They're afraid they won't get blessed. They're afraid. All of these things. So I'm asking you as a minister of the word, as a prophet, as an apostle, as your brother, as your friend, what's holding on to you? It's actually a dual question, because one of the questions is what's holding on to you. The other question is, what are you holding on to? I'm not going to get into our conversation today. I'm not going to get into our conversation for the ministry today. But I think that's a question that you need to ask yourself. Because some of this, the majority of stuff, can't nobody preach you out of. Can't. Your bishop can't preach you out of some of the stuff that you're dealing with. Can't preach you out, can't speak in tongues, can't. Because some of the stuff we deal with, we have to be real with ourselves. Some of the stuff that we're dealing with are deep-rooted issues that we have perfected hiding. Some of us, listen, some of us have had issues for so long. We've been dealing with these issues for so long that we don't even identify them as an issue anymore. They're now a part of our lives. They're now a part of our day-to-day. Some of the issues that we deal with that we don't even know is a character flaw. We don't even know it's a spiritual issue. We don't even know it's a mental or emotional issue. We don't realize these things. And so we just walk around with them. And because we walk around with them, because we're almost proud that we have them. So when you meet new people, two things. When you leave one church, one assembly, one gathering place and go to another church, assembly, or gathering place, these people that you run into don't know that you really have issues. They don't know that you really have issues because you're able to hide them. And the other thing is that some of us have been in the same place for so long that the leaders that are there, they ignore the issue. So either way, there's no healing, there's no accountability, there's no deliverance, there's no freedom. And what's holding you and what you are holding is never addressed. In my recent experiences, I have met people that have had issues for so long they know how to hide them when necessary. I mean, full-on camouflage. I mean, and then it's not until months later or years later, that the people that they are connected with now see the toxicity of the individuals that they have been living with for whatever period of time this is. I didn't know you was because spirits know how to hide. I mean, they hide from the very elect. I mean, they hide from the individuals who are deep and wonderful. And no one confronts them about. Listen, a hiding spirit is one of the most evasive things that you'll ever experience in your life. When I tell you that thing will play peekaboo, and when it's exposed or when it's dealt with, it becomes angry. Long time indeed. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I pray that you are. Hope you down there tearing up the low country positively. There are so many people that are functioning but broken. When I say, and I don't mean a little fractured. I'm glad you're okay. I don't mean slightly chipped. I mean broken. And unfortunately, there's many people that are sitting under these people who broken. And is the brokenness that refuses to be repaired. That's the stuff that I have a problem with. I own my stuff. I can own my stuff and don't have a problem owning it. I know who I am. I know what my issues are. And just like every morning, there's new mercies that's given every morning. I also submit those things to the Most High. Would John P. Key say, "It is me"? Blessings. You have to look at your stuff. You have to look at yourself, and say to yourself, you know what? That's mine. I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I hope that you are. I hope all is well with you. And you are living the life that you desire to live. The life that has been spoken over you. The life that has been designed for you. And if you are not, find yourself in that place of love, peace, and abundance, and favor with the Most High. And I don't have anything to do with religion. They don't have anything to do with preaching. They don't have anything to do with ministry. It has everything to do with you as a man. We have not been taught how to be honest about ourselves. Because the statement typically is, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. Sometimes you got to be honest about yourself. You have to be honest to yourself about yourself. And when you become honest about yourself to yourself, that's when change can happen. As long as you are living in a lie, as long as you are lying to yourself, because this is the thing. Of course, you can't lie to the Most High. You can't. You can lie to people. You can't lie to the Most High, and you can lie to yourself. Now, actually, you can lie to the Most High. That don't mean it's believable. There's only two sets of people that's going to believe your lie. You and other people. The Most High, no, not so much. So you have to start being honest to yourself about yourself. You know what? I'm nasty. I got an attitude. You know what? I have a drug addiction. I have a sex addiction. I have a lying addiction. I got this. Because as long as you act like you don't have it, you're always going to act like you don't have it, and you're going to always maintain it. Listen, we have become professionals in maintaining our stuff. We have become professional in maintaining our diseases. Listen, diseases are one of the top things, especially for our people, that we have become absolute professionals in maintaining. We know how to maintain our diabetes. We know how to maintain our high blood pressure. We know how to maintain this stuff. We don't know how to become. We no longer know how to become healed from it, but we know how to maintain it. And those things in the natural are the same things that we are dealing with in the spiritual. It is a mental dysfunction to become comfortable with something that is a disease, whether it's naturally, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. We have become comfortable with it. And not only have we become comfortable with it, we have learned how to feed it. Because everything that is in us that is negative, everything that is in us that is demonic, everything that is in us that is sickly, everything, we have learned how to coexist with it. And not only just coexist with it, we've learned how to feed it. We've learned how to nurture it. We nurture our diseases, mentally and emotionally, spiritually and physically. We've learned how to nurture it. And then have the audacity to become angry, arrogant, frustrated.
I am changing the blower to the lowest level one.
We've become angry when somebody sees it and exposes it. Isn't that something? Ain't that something? I don't. When you come into, if I go into somebody else's assembly, church, whatever the case may be, and they have individuals there that are acting out, I act like it don't even exist. I act like it's not there. And the reason why I act like it's not there is because the place that I'm going to go and minister, and I can hear the comments now, but the place that I'm going to go and minister, the leader tolerates the foolishness of that particular individual. Now, if you're calling me to come and deal with it, that's one thing. But if you're calling me, you just want somebody to come and preach and get on through, I'm going to preach and get on through. Because I ain't playing duck duck goose or I ain't playing patty cake. I'm not doing that stuff with stuff that you allow at your place of worship. Now, if you come to Kodesh, I'm dealing with it. If you show up on Broad River Road, I'm dealing with it. And I'm not going to deal with it the way that you like it. We have to become vigilant in self-examination, deliverance, self-deliverance, self-healing, self. We have to become vigilant. How do you think the saints become the saints? They don't become the saints because they show up at church every Sunday. They live a particular type lifestyle. They make a choice that they want to be a certain. It's a choice. Just like you have to make a choice to be healed in the natural, you have to make a choice to be healed mentally, emotionally, and spiritually as well. It's a choice. I know a lot of people went off and was highly upset. I think it was last year when Kanye, or a couple of years ago, when Kanye said that slavery is a choice. Now, that has a few different avenues to deal with. One, you could end yourself not to be in slavery, or you can run as hard as you can, or you can eliminate the bondage mentally. I say the same thing about freedom and deliverance. It's a choice. Because there's so many of us that are bound. There's so many of us that are bound spiritually. But you know that you're bound spiritually, and you keep going to places that will not give you what you need so you can experience freedom. You know that pastor be playing. You know them people be playing. You know they ain't about nothing. But you show up consistently because you have the ability to hide. I tell people on a regular basis, if somebody really want to be free, they're going to go where freedom is. Be real with yourself. What's holding you? Are you holding on to your issues, or are your issues holding on to you? And when you have the understanding that what's what, or what's dealing with what, fix it. Take the time to fix it. Listen, I've arrived at the temple. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I love you much. Talk to you soon. Peace. Shalom.